What's their record, Bill?
They are 4-3.
3. And we welcome you inside the Raleigh County Convention Center here in Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry. Bill O'Brien will join me in a little bit as we welcome you into the 2025 New River Ctc Invitational that started back in 2019. Well, we're getting ready for a girls' game, which is the Beckley Flying Eagles taking on the university team from Morgantown. But before we do that, we have Mike Green, the event, I guess I can't quite say a tournament because it's not really a tournament, the event coordinator. And Mike, I tell you, you and I had done a podcast along with Eric Thomas about, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the one thing I had said during that podcast was you've been very, very blessed of all the previous years you've had this because you've not had any problems with the weather. In the previous years, you've only, I think, had like 2 weather-related situations. Now, this entire week has pretty much been blown up because of the weather. No basketball Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Able to have 3 games here this afternoon. We've already got 1 in. So, Mike, I guess you've had a very busy week on the phone calling this coach, this team. So tell our viewers exactly what you've been up to.
Well, Maris, first, thanks for having me on. And secondly, I want to say I've been trying to find somebody to blame, but now I can blame you.
Well, everybody else does, so you go right ahead.
You just took credit for the podcast. I wasn't going to mention that today, but, it's been obviously it's been a challenging week, but, we're happy to be here today. I have this opportunity to play some games today. And, for anybody who's out there listening, I just want to, again, reiterate my appreciation and thanks for these coaches, for our school administrators and our county officials, because they're the ones who have to make these tough decisions on whether or not we're able to play. But they have went above and beyond to try to accommodate our event this week. And even though we didn't get to play, every effort was made to play, and it just wasn't safe. It made sense not to play we're hopeful to get these 3 games in today, and then depending on what happens tonight, we've got 4 games scheduled for tomorrow.
Okay, talking about tomorrow, there is a little bit of adjustment. Let's see if you want to get into that, at least as of now, as we talk here, little past 2:30 here local time. What are we looking at tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we've got 4 games on tap. We're going to start with the Wyoming East Lady Warriors versus the University Lady Hawks. University came down this morning or earlier today from Morgantown for this Beckley game. They're going to spend the night and play tomorrow. And then the second game is the James Monroe Mavericks versus the Greater Beckley Christian Crusaders. It is a boys game. And then Lindsley Cadets was scheduled to play the Princeton Tigers tomorrow in our 3rd game, but Lindsley didn't make the trip due to uncertainty of the weather. So the West Side Renegades are going to fill in for the Lindsley Cadets, and they're going to play the Princeton Tigers in our 3rd game. The last game of the day in our nightcap will be the Wyoming East Warriors versus the Greenbrier East Spartans. And Maris, we're still currently we have them all scheduled to start the first game at 11:15. But I've asked all the coaches and the players and teams is to give us a little flexibility, a little consideration, because depending on what happens with the weather this evening, we may consider pushing back that 11:15 game to make sure that the roads are clear, make sure parking lots and things of that nature. So we got 4 games scheduled, tentatively now at 11:15 a.m., but there may be some changes to the start time tomorrow.
I mean, obviously you're going to be looking at the weather and checking out the weather. So when will be the latest time we say, hey, we can't play this game, that game, or we can't play any games? Like, is there a set time? Like, this is the bottom line. We can't go past this time. We got to make a decision.
Well, fortunately, but ultimately it's going to be about the safety of our participants and the folks who are here. So ways to try to get their schedule and what they think. Obviously, we're monitoring the 511, which is a state provided, where you can get out and see the road conditions and so forth. So it's fluid. We're hopeful to get the 4 games in tomorrow. But as far as the starting time, right now we're going to say 11:15 a.m. But that's, like everything this week, I've told everybody this is fluid. But again, I just can't say how much I appreciate the understanding of these teams. We have 36 teams scheduled to be here this week, counting the 2 college teams in the Special Olympics, and disappointed but excited to have this opportunity to play today.
And not only that, Mike, not the teams, but all the sponsors. I'm sure they have been very cooperative. I mean, obviously you can't do nothing about the weather. This has been a great event over the past years, and I'm proud to be a part of it along with our entire staff at Video Productions, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow. And if we play, we're ready to do it. If we don't, we won't. We all understand that. Same way with a lot of the other sponsors that really support this event and support all the great things that you guys do at New River Community and Technical College.
Yes, I mean, sponsors, outstanding. Again, we had a record number of sponsors this year. So not only is the event grown with participation and event grown in the number of days we play, but it's also grown in the number of sponsorships we have. And because of our sponsors, this year we're presenting sponsors. Our Little General, this is their 2nd year in a row as our top sponsor. But we brought on the Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers as well, 5 local Chevrolet dealers here in Southern West Virginia, along with a litany of others. But because of them, we're still going to, even though we haven't played, we're still going to provide a $1,000 scholarship to each participating school. We're still going to be able to provide post-game meals for the teams here to participate. And we're still going to be able to contribute to a handful of project graduation committees. So without our sponsors, without the support of those folks, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing.
Well, Mike, we appreciate you coming by. I've been able to work hand in hand with you. And, during that first game, Bill and I were kidding. I said, back in our radio days when Bill and I, we remember when you were playing high school, we were calling Beckley games when you were on the team some 30 years ago. So I said, wow, how we've all grown from that. And it just seems like, we've all stayed connected. And it's always been a pleasure to work with you and your entire staff who do a great job. By the way, I do have my long sleeve New River Community and Technical College shirt on up under my Notre Dame vest, which I had to wear. I was going to wear anyway, win, lose, or draw for the Irish last night. But, the T-shirts that I've got a stack full of New River stuff, and I wear them all the time. Like I said, I'm really involved with you guys, and we appreciate all you guys do with Video Productions.
Yes, and I appreciate it. And I'll say before we get off here, I know when Bill walked in this morning, which I had seen you earlier, and when Bill walked in, I said, I'm happy to have the A-team here. He said, well, how did you know Mark Martin was supposed to be here today? And I said, this is my A-team with Bill O'Brien and Maris Lowry. So I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Butch. Thanks, the whole team. And I appreciate you guys being here today.
Well, Mike, we appreciate it. Now we're going to get ready for some girls basketball coming up here in about 8 minutes or so. Thank you very much. We're going to take a break as we get you ready for University in Beckley here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, grab me one too.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry. Bill O'Brien will be joining me momentarily as we're about 5 minutes away from tipping off this girls' basketball game between University of Morgantown against the Lady Beckley Flying Eagles. Beckley 5-1 and University 4-3. University will be wearing black uniforms trimmed in gold and red. And of course, one of the things we talked about in our previous broadcast that we'll be able to tell you that Beckley leading scorer Josie Cross will not play this afternoon. She came in averaging right at 20 points a game, and she had a injury during practice, and she's going to have her MCL checked out, so she will not be available today. And of course, if you're head coach Brian Neighbors, I think you're just thinking about today, but you're thinking long term as well. As I mentioned, Beckley enters the ball game 5-1. They have wins over Bluefield, Shady, and Capital to get started to win their first 3 games before they dropped a 20-point game to Greenbrier East. Since then, they beat Oak Hill, and then last Friday, January 3rd, they defeated South Charleston, and they are 5-1. Now Bill is joining me, and Bill, only thing you've missed, we had, of course, had Mike Green on. I'm going to need that just for a second. And as I mentioned to our audience, Bill, that Beckley leading scorer Josie Cross, averaging 20 points a game, will not be available for Beckley head coach Brian Neighbors here this afternoon.
Well, that's going to be big. And I talked to the head coach for University, Nick Lusk, and he had just found out about it. He said, well, certainly that makes a difference. But he said, we like our team. We're 4-3. But he said, we played a lot of out-of-state teams. For example, they had victories over a team from Dayton, Ohio, a team from South Carolina, and then in West Virginia, they beat Parkersburg South, and they beat George Washington. They lost to Morgantown. They lost to a team from Pennsylvania and a team from out of state, Andrew Jackson, out of Pennsylvania. So that having been said, he said, my people know what Beckley's all about. He said, we have watched him on film, and he said, we think we have a good chance.
Well, Bill, I'm glad you showed up when you did, because as I was going through some of the pregame stuff till you sit down, I was looking at this, and there's no way I could read anything you wrote down on this paper. And I'm glad, as you taught me 35 years ago during our radio days, as long as you can read it back to yourself, well, I think you're probably the only person that can read that, and you can read it back to yourself because you knew exactly what you wrote down.
Well, yeah, it was, it looked okay to me. But
well, yeah, you're the one that wrote it, because I said I sure couldn't understand that. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to catch our breath and get ready for the opening tip. It's University 4-3, Beckley 5-1 in this girls game, and it's coming up next here in the 2025 version of the New River CTC, streaming on Video Productions.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Meet Jessica Moore. Jessica was born to care. She always had your back. Like the time she spotted the neighbor kid, an approaching car, a puddle, and knew there was going to be a situation.
That's my best friend. She don't need no lift, drive her own car.
Miss Hogan's class? Yeah, it's Atlantis. Nice. I don't think they had camels in Atlantis.
Really? Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court. Bill O'Brien joins me. I'm Maris Lowry as we get you ready for this girls basketball game. The Flying Eagles of Beckley, 5-1 against University, 4-3. And Bill, you got a little statement to read.
Well, it says here, Tina Laney Photography is on site, and we have seen her. Tina is on site here at the New River CTC, snapping fantastic photos of the basketball games. View her photos on her Facebook page at Tina Laney Photography.
Well, Bill, the thing about it is, let's see who Brian Neighbors will go with as leading scorer. Josie Cross at 20 a game will not play this afternoon due to a knee injury. So we'll see. You know, Beckley had all 5 of the girls in their starters in double figures. So for University, the visitors on the scoreboard, Bill, their coach is Nick Lusk. They are 4-3. I'll let you give their starting lineup.
Here we go. Julia Mazel is a senior, 5'5", and will be the starting point guard. Bree Fox is a junior at 5'6". Alexa Johnson, a 5'8" senior. Lexi Simpson is a 5'11" senior. And Hannah Stemple is a 5'5" senior. 3 in double figures. Stemple leads the team in scoring at 14 points per game. Simpson at 12, and Johnson at 12 points per game. Nick Lusk, by the way, I said, you know, there are a lot of Lusks from Wyoming County. He says, that's not my family. My family's from Richwood. So he knows certainly the southern part of the state. And his dad played for WVU Tech. And that's when the Richwood Lumberjacks were a force to be reckoned with in sports.
For the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley, and I think we're going to have maybe another national anthem. We had a national anthem for the college game. Looks like we're going to have a national anthem for this. We'll take a quick break. Be back in a minute here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
There you have the playing of the national anthem. Bill has given you the University starting lineup. University from Morgantown, they are 4-3. Excuse me, the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley under Coach Brian Neighbors, 5-1. And as we told you earlier, Josie Cross will not be playing here this afternoon. She's the team's leading scorer at 20 points a game. So, you know, Bill, this is the second game we've done where the local teams are missing their 20-point score. We had the men's game, the WVU Tech game, where Braden Chapman scoring a little over 20 a game. He's not only missed today, he'll miss the remainder of the regular season. Josie Cross comes in averaging 20 a game for Beckley. She will not play this afternoon.
That's big, that's for sure. But, you know, still a lot of talent on that Woodrow Wilson team.
Yeah, Zoe Williams will be a starter. She averages 14 a game, just a freshman. And they'll have also Alana Ellis coming in at 8 a game, Donya Burton at 12 a game, and Abby Dillon at 12 a game. And the fifth starter for Brian Neighbors will be Olympia Hazelwood. She's a senior, so it'll be Dillon, Hazelwood, Burton, Ellis, and Williams for Beckley. For University, it'll be Mazzell, Fox, Johnson, Simpson, and Stemple. And, you know, Bill, we've done a lot of games in Stemple. I see she's a senior. I was getting ready to think maybe she was a fifth or sixth year senior, because it seems like all these university games that I've done in various tournaments in Beckley and other places, she has played, and she's a very good player, Hannah Stemple.
No doubt about it. So, you know, you're right. You get to that point where you're around the game so much and you see some of these names and you see some of these players and you're saying, it seems like they've been here for quite a while. In other words, there's no transfer portal. Well, there is.
Actually, there is.
There is, but not to the extent that it's gotten crazy in college.
So we're ready to go. Beckley wearing their home white uniforms. You know, Bill, they don't get an opportunity to play on this floor much. This is the home floor of the boys team at Beckley, but the girls team play at the high school, and it's only usually a couple of games a year. They were scheduled to play on Monday against Spring Valley, but it was snowed out. In fact, this event was snowed out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday. This is the first day we've been able to play. In the center circle for Beckley will be Alana Ellis, and Ellis will jump against Simpson. And we're getting ready to put the ball in the air. It is Beckley 5-1 taking on University 4-3. Ball in the air, and the game's underway as Beckley controls. Also, I think that I had mentioned another player for Beckley. Into the lineup is Carson Gunner. She's actually getting the start. So Donya Burton is not starting here this afternoon for Beckley, and I see her on the bench in street clothes. Apparently she's not available either. So Beckley has Abby Dillon, a little floater into the lane, scores. Beckley, Bill, starting this game this afternoon minus some two starters.
Ouch.
So here's University on the attack, and Beckley scored on their first possession, that little floater by Abby Dillon into the lane. Here's a shot just inside the three-point line is good. That shot put in by Simpson to tie the game. University extends the pressure. Here's Abby Dillon on the move, and she throws it away, trying to get the ball to Zoe Williams, and just let her a little bit too much, and Beckley turns it over. So here's University with it. A minute into the game. And Fox brings it up. Ball's loose. University able to keep the possession. Maisel on the drive off the glass, up and in. And University takes their first lead of the game. Full court pressure. Beckley able to break it. They've trapped Zoe Williams. She finds Abby Dillon. Abby Dillon down the lane, puts the shot up a little strong. It won't go. Here comes University with it on the attack. Maisel with a pass over to Fox. Fox pops, can't get it to go. Alana Ellis clears the rebound for the Lady Flying Eagles. Abby Dillon now in the front court. Gunner with it. University back in a zone now, Bill. Here's Zoe Williams on a drive, finds Abby Dillon. Ellis head of the lane. Abby Dillon spots up for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to University. Here come the Hawks from University. Here's a three ball on the trail. It's short. That three ball put up by Fox. Long rebound to University. Nice drive, wild-looking shot off the glass. That won't go by Stemple, and Gunner gets the rebound for the Lady Flying Eagles, and there's a reach-in foul on University. That foul will go against Stemple. I think that's more of a frustration foul after she missed the shot, trying to steal the ball from Abby Dillon in the backcourt.
You're exactly right. That's what happened, yeah.
So that's the first foul of the ball game. First personal foul on Stemple, first team foul on University. Back in that zone. Here's Zoe Williams with it. Around the horn, if you're just joining us, Beckley without two starters, as Zoe Williams puts up the shot, and she hits it in the lane and draws the foul. Right now, we know that Josie Cross is not playing, and no Donya Burton. Well, Josie Cross in street clothes and Donya Burton in street clothes as well. No one said anything to me about Donya Burton. I'm not sure why she's not dressed, as Zoe Williams polishes off a three-point play, and Beckley's back in front. But we know that Josie Cross, and you can tell she was limping badly, and she's had a knee injury, and hopefully that won't be any significant time for Josie to miss. Josie Cross, team's leading scorer, already signed to go to Frostburg State. Here's University. They dip the ball down low. A little short shot right of the lane is up and in. Nice play. Simpson able to finish, and University's back in front. Hazelwood on the drive. Whips a pass. Zoe Williams left of the lane. Zoe Williams knocks it down. I got a funny story I'll tell you about Zoe Williams here in a minute, Bill.
Okay.
Good passing by University. They put up a three. It won't go. That shot was by Maisel, and Abby Dillon comes out of there with it. Ball is volleyballed ahead to Zoe Williams. She'll take it in, have her shot blocked, and back the other way comes University. Drive to the basket, and there will be a foul on Abby Dillon as Stemple was going hard to the basket, and that ought to be a couple of free throws. But I got to tell you the story. So I had talked to assistant coach Gene Neighbors because head coach Brian Neighbors wasn't at the gym last week, and I had seen Zoe Williams play in some JV games, and normally, starters on varsity don't play in JV games. So I was just curious as to why, as the first free throw was good, why she was starting. And they said, well, she has aspirations of wanting to play college basketball, wanting to go to UConn. And I said, oh, really, want to go to UConn? I said, well, that's great aspirations, but I think if she'd go to Notre Dame, that would be a better choice. And, of course, everybody laughs at me when I say that because I'm a big Notre Dame fan. So I told Zoe Williams, I said, I told her that Notre Dame not only was going to win the women's basketball championship, as Alana Ellis able to score. Of course, Notre Dame right in the thick of things in women's basketball. I said they were going to win the football national championship, and she looked at me like I was crazy, which a lot of people do, but Notre Dame is now 60 minutes away from what I told her of half of it being right. As there's a little short shot, right of the lane, good by Simpson, and back and forth we go.
That is her third bucket.
So how you like that little story?
Well, this is more like the Maris Lowry we know. In the first broadcast, it took you over an hour before you mentioned Notre Dame football, and especially the game last night. This one, it took you just like 10 minutes.
All right, we're halfway through the first quarter. Well, Bill, I thought I would spare you a little bit in that first broadcast. How you like that?
Thank you.
By the way, Notre Dame's special teams coach came from Marshall, and the receiver that ran the kickoff back, the returner Zoe Williams, dials it up from downtown and knocks it down for Beckley. The kick returner, Hairston, was a two-time All-American special teams player at Marshall.
8 points for Zoe Williams for Woodrow.
But, you know, the fact that the young lady, Zoe Williams, has aspirations of playing college basketball, wherever it may be, is a good thing. There's a nice drive, but not able to cash in is Mazzell. The putback's not good. Here's University with a third chance at it. They'll dial it up for three and hit. And that is Stemple that draws up the three ball and the lead for University. That's one thing, Bill, you know, you can't give them too many opportunities. They had 3 cracks at it. Zoe Williams on the drive. Little floater is good. A big first quarter by Zoe Williams.
Oh, she's great.
She came in averaging 14. What she's got? What, 8?
More. 10.
10, I beg your pardon. Beckley going to play zone now. Here's Stemple for 3. Right down the chute.
She's got 8.
And a timeout on the floor with 2:48 remaining in the first quarter. And what a first quarter it's been. 16-14 the lead for University. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. By the way, Bill, tomorrow, this is the plan, and we're not sure if they're going to move that 11-15 game back to 1, but the 4 games we will have tomorrow will be a girls' game, will be Wyoming East against University, the same University that's playing Beckley right now. Then Eric will join me for the boys' game, which will be James Monroe and Greater Beckley. Then, Bill, you will have a boys' game, which will be Westside against Princeton. It was supposed to be Lindsley. They're coming from Wheeling, not going to make that trip. Westside will play Princeton, and then the nightcap will be Wyoming East boys against Greenbrier East boys, and that will wrap up this, I guess what do you want to say, a short version, abbreviated version of this 2025 New River Community and Technical College Invitational. And the one thing about it, you know, you say all the time, Bill, everybody complains about the weather, but nobody does nothing about it.
Well, we can't. We sure tried.
Well, we sure tried, right? All right, out of the timeout, Beckley has it down 2. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Looks over the zone. Hazelwood with it out high. Hazelwood on the drive. Abby Dillon into the lane. Abby Dillon tacks the basket. Shot doesn't go, out of bounds, and it will stay with Beckley.
You know, last tournament we had a specific statistic about how many times the basketball rolled under the curtain. We haven't had to do that this week. Well, or this year.
Beckley will dip into its bench. Shiloh Mack will check into the ball game for the Lady Flying Eagles. Ball comes into Alana Ellis. Short shot is too strong, and University comes out of there with it. On the move is Fox. University going in. Little short shot is good. That bucket good by Johnson. One thing Beckley coach Bill will not be happy with, we still got 2 minutes left in the quarter, and they've already given up 18 points. And that is not a recipe for success.
No.
Here's Abby Dillon on the move. Little floater with the left hand off the window, a little strong. Tipped up once by Zoe Williams. It won't go, and coming out of there with it is Johnson for University. 2-on-1. Nice play. Stemple with a nice finish right of the lane off the glass.
Stemple with 10 points.
Biggest lead of the game right here at 6 for University. They get the ball down low. Alana Ellis, hard push. Couldn't get the finish. Gunner with the putback. Nice job on the offensive glass by Gunner. Here's University on the attack now. Stemple with it. Around the horn they go. Mazzell with it now. Nice bounce pass and nice finish. A beautiful give and go as Simpson able to get the bucket off the glass.
And she's got 8 points.
That was a nice give and go. That's the old style give and go right there.
Absolutely.
Coming up on the final minute of quarter number 1. Abby Dillon on the move into the lane. Zoe Williams will dial it up for 3. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Alana Ellis gets it back over to Zoe Williams. Too strong. And the rebound comes out to Fox for University. Here's an open shot on the left baseline. It rolls over the rim, right across the rim rather, and Shiloh Mack clears the boards for Beckley. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Zoe Williams will dial it up for 3. It doesn't go. Long rebound to University. Here's Fox with it. Pass ahead. Stemple able to catch, shoot, and score. Biggest lead of the game at 8 points right here for the University Hawks. And one of the biggest quarters that any team has scored on Beckley. 24 points here in the first quarter. Got to know the clock. Abby Dillon will dial it up for three. It's short. Battle for the rebound. University comes out there with it. This shot will count if it goes, and it does! A three ball, and count it as that shot beats the buzzer by Alexis Johnson. And with that shot, at the end of one, University with their biggest lead of the game, they lead Beckley 27-16. As we watch the replay, you're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
With Bill O'Brien, I'm Maris Lowry. Welcome you back to Beckley. Start the second quarter. Biggest lead of the ball game right here for University at 27-16, Bill. And University, how about that shot right ahead of the buzzer, a three ball by Johnson. And to add insult to injury, the first possession of the second quarter belongs to University.
Yeah, that last shot just inside the half-court line. So Stemple with 10 points leading her team, and Woodrow with Williams with 10 leading her team in scoring.
Couple of new players onto the floor for Beckley right now, and we'll get those to you. Maya Sicer into the lineup for Beckley's. Here's a three. Who's good by Stemple, and she rains a three.
Her third tray.
Right here, this 14-point advantage, biggest lead of the game. Also for Beckley into the ball game, we'll get you that Rachel Pritt in there for Beckley. As Zoe Williams into the lane, the shot doesn't go, and the loose ball is out of bounds to University. So timeout Beckley with 7:23 left in the half. Biggest lead of the game right here at 14. Let's see if we got a full or a 30. We got a 30, so we'll keep it here. Bill, one more game this afternoon. This is the middle game squeezed in between the one we already had. We had a men's college game, and it was a very exciting game as WU Tech beat Indiana University East by the score of 83-78. Of course, the game you're watching now, University of Beckley. And then, as you can see, a 30-16 lead for University. And then we'll have one final game, and it'll be Shady taking on Summit Christian. That game is scheduled to tip around 4:30, 4:40 after the conclusion of this game.
I was talking to the guys in the press room while you were interviewing Mike Green about this next game, Shady Spring taking on Summit Christian. They said, hey, they are 12-1. The only team they've lost to is Princeton, so they're very, very good.
So here's University out of the timeout with the possession and a 14-point advantage. And here's Fox with it. Stutter step, drives to the basket, off the glass, up and in. That's a beautiful play. Bree Fox able to score, and now University has doubled up Beckley. And you know, Bill, it's a 16-2 run for University going back into the first quarter. It was a 2-point game, and all of a sudden University's got hot. Abby Dillon from the right baseline. Beckley's gone cold. Here's Abby Dillon with it, drives down the lane, nice bounce pass to Zoe Williams, and a nice finish. Beautiful play by Abby Dillon to drive down the lane and draw the defenders to her and then lay it off for Zoe Williams, able to score the easy bucket.
She's got 12 points for the Lady Eagles.
Good ball movement by University, and they dial up a three in the near corner, and they hit with Simpson.
Wow. They are hot as a firecracker.
Yeah, great ball movement. Here's Abby Dillon, looks over the zone. Zoe Williams has it now. Ball's deflected and stolen away. Here's Fox on the move. Fox attacks the basket, lays it up and in. And Beckley wants another timeout. Biggest lead of the game right here. And Beckley's on the verge of getting KO'd here in this first half as they're down 19. A full timeout will take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 New River CTC here on Video Productions.
the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back into Beckley. And right now, Bill, the largest lead of the game right here at 19 for University with 6:07 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Maris, I think it was like 20-16 University, and all of a sudden then, University just has not missed.
Well, Bill, I'll take it a step further. Actually, Beckley was ahead 14-13 at one point. Since then, now the score's 37-18. So since it was 14-13 back in the first quarter, Beckley's only scored 4 points, and they've given up 23. A 23-4 University run. Alana Ellis had it, and she'll be fouled. And this is what I like in the high school because it's 5 fouls, and it restarts every quarter. And that was on the floor, not in the act of shooting, so Beckley will inbound. Zoe Williams puts it in play. Ball comes out to Abby Dillon. Back to Zoe Williams. She'll dial it up for 3. That's too strong. Pritt has it, saves it, but right into the hands of the young lady, which is Byers into the ball game now for University. You can see University, a lot of motion, a lot of movement. You got to keep your head on a swivel because they'll backdoor you. If you don't pay attention, they screen. They get the ball just like that. Find the shooter, lay it up and in. And that's a great play. Hall able to score.
You can tell they are just very well coached.
Very well coached. Great spacing on the floor. And Beckley's cold shooting and the hot shooting. Maybe this hot shooting for University will melt some of the ice out in the parking lot, huh?
I hope so.
Abby Dillon on the drive, splits 2 defenders. It won't go, but she'll draw the foul and get to the line. So Abby Dillon will step up to the free throw line for Beckley.
Maris, there are certain players on each team that have to be hot if the team has a chance to win. One of those has got to be Abby Dillon, and so far she's been held to 2 points.
First free throw by Abby Dillon is good. And, of course, Bill, I always say all the time, and being around me as long as you have, your best players have to be your best players. And, of course, Abby Dillon is one of Beckley's best players. But also Beckley, and no excuses, it's just the fact they're playing without 2 of their best players, Josie Cross and also Donya Burton, 2 double-digit scores that not available for Beckley here this afternoon as Abby Dillon makes both of them and cuts the lead to 19.
We'll talk more about the Dillon family when we get the opportunity. And I think we'll have that chance as this game is going.
Here's University. Good ball movement. They'll dial up a 3 and bank it in. It's going. Wow. As if Bell knocks it down, boy, Bill, that things are going your way when you dial up a long 3 and it's answered off the glass. Here's Shiloh Mack. Biggest lead of the game right here for University. Pritt puts it on the deck. She'll shoot the mid-range shot and knock it down. Good shot by Pritt. And here's University on the attack. But Bill, whenever you have good hands that time by Gunner, getting ready to check in for Beckley will be Avalon Lynch. Lynch will check in for Beckley and Alexa Johnson back in for University. But whenever you have players that are hurt or not available for whatever reason, you have, where there's adversity, there's always a chance of opportunity, an opportunity for some of these Beckley girls to get a little bit more playing time. Here's University. They whip the pass. It's stolen by Alana Ellis. Over to Abby Dillon. Dillon behind the back. Into the lane and over to Alana Ellis. Here's Lynch, now to Gunner. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Lon Ellis passes it down low. Short shot up and good. Good ball movement and nice pass by Lon Ellis to Gunner, and Gunner able to finish. 3.5 remaining till halftime.
He's got to chip away at that lead.
Well, that's it. And Beckley to get back in the game, Bill, they got to get stops.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to do it on the defensive end of the floor, and there's a blocking foul against Beckley, and that'll get University to the free throw line.
Whitney Cox, sophomore at 5'6", will toe the line. Here's the Little General replay.
Middle drive, I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Gunner just a little late, couldn't get in front of the young lady that time. Whitney Cox, as you mentioned, Bill, steps, what'd you say, toe the line?
Towed the line.
Well, as long as your toe's not over the line, right?
That's it.
First free throw is good. University entered the ball game 4-3. Beckley 5-1. And the second free throw is no good, but then you give up a rebound on the missed free throw. And a three ball is short. That three ball put up by Johnson, and we got a foul on the rebound. And it's going to be a University foul that will go against Cox. Zoe Williams will check back into the ball game. Also, Hazelwood will check in. Ellis will have a seat. And Pritt will have a seat. So here's Beckley on the attack as they look at the University zone. Zoe Williams with the pass down low. It's stolen, trying to get the ball to Gunner, and Beckley turns it over. Here's a three from the right side. Good. Maisel able to rain the three ball right down the chute.
I'm not sure we'll have official shooting stats, but I got to tell you, University has just burned the nets.
They have. Here's a shot and a foul, and getting to the free throw line will be Avalon Lynch for Beckley. She'll draw the foul.
Just a freshman.
Beckley, this will be their fourth and fifth free throws of the game. Lynch ready. First free throw on its way is no good. As Alana Ellis checks back in for Beckley, it'll be Hannah Stemple checking back in for University. And also Simpson back into the ball game for the Hawks. Lynch ready. Second free throw on its way, and that one popped out on her. That was halfway down and wouldn't go. Battle for the loose ball, and University comes out of there with it. Here's Fox into the lane. Pull up 14 feet, left it short. Offensive rebound, and the putback is up and in as that offensive rebound by Simpson. And University's doubled Beckley up, and Brian Neighbors wants a timeout. Beckley coach Brian Neighbors calls a timeout, 2:24 left in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. But University, Bill, had a 27-point first quarter. And now with 2:24 left in the half, they've got 48 right now. And like I said, if Beckley's going to climb back in it, they got to do it on the defensive end of the floor. But University has really ran their stuff really, really well.
You know, Marison, I'm not downgrading the girls' game, but normally there's not as much scoring in girls high school basketball. This normally would be close to a final score, 48 points.
Well,
and you know, they're just blazing hot. Simpson and Stemple both are in double figures.
Well, Bill, when you say that, let me tell you this. Beckley scored 81 against Bluefield, 86 against Shady, 78 against Capital, and of course their lone loss, he only had 57. They had 63 the other night when they beat South Charleston. And you're right, I agree with you. The girls' scoring is not up to par with the guys' scoring, but we have seen some of these teams score up in the high 70s into the 80s in girls basketball. So they get the ball down low to Zoe Williams. She can't handle the pass, and it's a Beckley turnover.
And we're going to see that again here with University. I mean, they just are working on all cylinders.
But you're right. You know, if you're giving up 27-point quarters the way Beckley did in that first quarter, that is not a recipe for success.
No.
There's a drive off the glass too strong. That shot was put up by Johnson. The putback is no good, but there's a foul on Beckley.
Not only are they shooting well, University, but they're also rebounding well.
And it'll be Johnson gets to the free throw line.
5 points for Johnson so far, both from the floor.
You know, Cox is the only sophomore on the team. The other girls are either juniors or seniors. They do not have a freshman on their varsity squad. It's the first free throw's good. Of course, Beckley without leading scorer Josie Cross this afternoon, averaging 20 a game. They're also without Donya Burton, who's averaging 12 a game. She's not available this afternoon as both free throws are made. And University, Bill, with under 2 minutes in the first half, have hit the half-century mark.
Wow.
Here's Hazelwood with it. Alana Ellis out high. Abby Dillon on the drive, takes it to the basket. She'll draw the foul, and Abby Dillon will step up to the free throw line to shoot 2.
She knew she was going to get fouled, and she will. She's 2 for 2 foul shooting, 4 total points. Here's the little general replay on that drive.
Yep.
She'll put the
She
fake.
puts the ball on the deck, attack the basket, and draw the foul, get to the line. First free throw is good.
So talk about the Dillon family.
Well, the father, Eric, sitting to my right, and Abby's grandparents sitting behind us. What else you want to know?
And her brother.
He's
a pretty good player.
He's a very good player. Kobe, if he's here, I don't see him. And there's a 3, and it's no good as Abby Dillon runs down the rebound as Fox misses the shot. Here's Hazelwood for Beckley. Short shot on the right baseline. That's a little strong that time by Lynch. And back the other way comes University with it. Stemple will dial it up for 3. Kaboom, a 3 ball.
That is her 4th long shot completed.
You know, Bill, we're at the 1 minute mark of the half, and they got 53. I mean, I don't guess it's out of the possibility. They might be able to get 60 before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
They have shot it really, really well. And hopefully we will have the same stats we had for the college game. Lana Ellis travels. She caught it to that little bunny hop in the pea patch. As Maya Seister will check back into the ball game for Beckley. Zoe Williams will have a seat. But the Beckley girls team, and you know, University's very good. The Beckley girls team just seems like they don't have a lot of life with them, and I know they got behind. They were hanging a little bit in the first quarter. They actually led 14-13, and then University really accelerated on the gas, and we got a held ball, and the arrow will turn it to Beckley. But I think now, Bill, if you're Beckley, you got to forget the score. You got to get stops. And if Beckley's going to get back in it, they need to do it on the defensive end of the floor.
You can see Coach Brian Neighbors there as his team worked the ball up the floor.
Because, you know, Beckley had a 16-point first quarter, and they've only got 9 points here in the second quarter. Final 20 seconds here for the half. Abby Dillon backs it back out looking for a ball screen from Ellis. Abby Dillon trying to turn the corner. Hazelwood will dial it up for 3 and hit. Hazelwood hits a 3. Last shot time for University. The ball's knocked free. Beckley's got it, and with 1.1, Beckley will have it as the ball's knocked out of bounds.
Good hustle.
Quick moving first half. Should I say that?
No.
No, I said that in the college game, and it was, and that's the end of the first half. At the break, it's been all University as the Hawks will take a 53-28 lead with them to the locker room. We'll take a break, come back, and recap the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, grab me one too.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
And we welcome you back to the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Bartsdale Court with Bill O'Brien. I'm Maris Lowry, Jackie Moon on camera, Kate Burgess producing and directing, Butch Mounts, the executive producer and director of video productions, in the house. And right now, Bill, at the break, it's all University. They lead 53-28. But Bill, here's what's crazy about this. In the first quarter, about a little more than the midway point, Beckley was ahead 14-13. Since that time, a little more than halfway into the first quarter, University's outscored Beckley 40-14 to take this 53-28 lead at the break. And we have the official stats, and Bill, you have them, team and individual totals.
Okay, let's go for it. And here's the way we go for Woodrow Wilson. Zoe Williams with 12 points leads the way. She scored 10 of those in the first quarter when the Lady Eagles were really clicking. 5 points for Abby Dillon, 4 for Gunter, 2 for Ellis, 2 for Pritt, and Hazelwood hit a long ball for her 3 points. For University, Stemple with 18 points at halftime. 10 of those came in the first quarter. Simpson scored 13. Maisel had 5, Fox with 4, Johnson has 7, Belk has 3, Hall has 2, and Cox has 1 point. Let's take a look here. I'm just looking at these numbers for the first time. And let's take a look.
Well, Bill,
University at 20 of 31 from the floor.
That was my question. What did University shoot from the floor? A blistering 20 of 31.
That's 65%. Wow. And for Woodrow, 11 of 26. So that's 42%. From downtown, Woodrow hit 2 of 8. Meantime, University hit 8 of 12 from long range. Wow.
Yeah, they shot it well no matter where they shot it from.
Rebounds, 18 for University, 10 for Woodrow. And turnovers, it was a pretty well-played game. Only 4 mistakes for the University Hawks and 6 mistakes for Woodrow Wilson.
Well, Bill, you know, when you shoot it as well as University, Beckley's not going to have an opportunity for a lot of rebounds when you shoot 65% from the floor, as that's why University has the big lead over Beckley, 53-28. We'll take another halftime break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about what is going to happen after this game and what we think may happen tomorrow here at the 2025 New River Ctc Invitational, streaming live here on Video Productions.
B12.
Meet Jessica Moore. Jessica was born to care. She always had your back. Like the time she spotted the neighbor kid, an approaching car, a puddle, and knew there was going to be a situation.
That's my best friend. She don't need no list, drive her own car.
Miss Hogan's class? Yeah, it's Atlantis. Nice. I don't think they had camels in Atlantis.
Really?
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, Dave Barksdale Court. Bill, everybody's come and congratulate me on Notre Dame win. I didn't play in the game.
You were the coach.
Well, you know, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe
you
you
were
knew
Coach Potato.
Maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't. Today is Marcus Freeman's birthday. What a birthday prize. And not only is it his birthday, it's his daughter's birthday. What's the chance of, you know, a parent and their, their child having a birthday on the same day?
And he's
Kinda
what,
rare.
38?
39.
39.
And also, while we're saying birthdays, we got to give a shout out to one of our colleagues, our partner, Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas's birthday is today.
E.T.
And should I tell you how old he is, or do you want to guess?
Well, I'm thinking he's probably 39. That's what he's going to tell everybody.
Yeah, but I know better.
Yeah, it's a little more, huh?
It's a little more. It's a little north of 39.
Go ahead and say it.
He is 52 today.
Good grief.
And his lovely wife, Regina, turned 52 on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I'm sure she appreciated you telling that part.
Of course, because she doesn't look 52.
She sure doesn't.
No, but anyway.
Maris said that, by the way,
That's right.
Regina.
Which, by the way, as we are close to getting the second half started, University in front, 53-28. One more game will follow this, and it'll be Summit Christian Academy taking on Shady in the boys' game. That's scheduled to tip at the conclusion of this one here, actually about another hour, about 4:30. But tomorrow, Bill, right now, as we know it, it was scheduled to start at 11:15 and have 6 games. We're down to 4 games tomorrow. They may not start at 11:15. They might start at 1. We don't know that yet. I can tell you who's going to play, and in this order. It'll be a girls' game. It'll be Wyoming East against these same University Hawks tomorrow. That'll be followed by James Monroe and Greater Beckley Christian, which Eric Thomas will join me for that, the birthday boy today. And then the last 2 games tomorrow, if we get to play, it'll be a boys' game between Princeton and Westside, and then a boys' game between Wyoming East and Greenbrier East. So we don't know the times. I think, Bill, if I had to guess, I would say rather than starting at 11:15 tomorrow, at least let us all sit in and watch a little bit of cartoons tomorrow and take our time. I don't do coffee, but I do cartoons. And then maybe we can take in the game about 1 o'clock. That should be okay. What do you think?
I think that's perfect. 12:45 would be airtime.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Ready to start the second half. University will have first crack at it. 53-28 is the lead for the Hawks, and they'll inbound the ball. And we are now underway here for the second half. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. By the way, Bill, I'm sure our fans can see all the banners. There's a 3 ball by Stepwell, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Ellis gets it. I think that's something neat that Mike Green and his staff has done. As you can see, as the camera goes up and down, the participating teams as Beckley turns it over. As you see that, as you can see it now right there, the top of your screen. Back the other way, a layup is up and in, and that is Mazzell with the layup.
Her third bucket, by the way. When Stemple missed that long ball, that's the first outside shot she had missed all day.
Here's Zoe Williams, a little short shot, in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Beckley has it. They'll keep the possession alive. Here's Dillon, Abby Dillon on the drive, into the lane, little floater, good shot by Abby Dillon for the bucket.
Only her second bucket and a total of 7 points.
So like I said earlier in the first half, if Beckley's going to climb back in, this is the end of the floor they have to do it on. And you're not going to do it by giving, even though that they missed that shot that was wide open. They get the offensive rebound and the putback. If you're Brian Neighbors, the head coach of Beckley, you can't be happy. Mazzell was wide open, missed the first shot, but hung in there, got her own rebound, and put it back up and in.
Wide open for both shots.
Yep. Here's Hazelwood with it. Hazelwood passes the ball down low. Alana Ellis, little turnaround, knocks it down. Alana Ellis.
Nice shot.
Yeah, she's been a walking double-double for Beckley, averaging double figures in points and rebounds. She's really improved her game. She was good last year, even better this year. A nice little floater on the right baseline is good by Johnson. And one thing, Bill, we talked, if you're Beckley, you can't just trade baskets with them. Here's a steal. Fox goes in, lays it up and in. Biggest lead of the game right here, 29 points. A little more than 2 minutes into the second half.
By the way, University is ranked number 5 in 4A.
And they get a steal. 2-on-1. Here's Fox. Fox lays it up. It's a little short. Long rebound. They battle for the loose ball, and Abby Dillon comes out of there with it. Beckley on the move. Here's Abby Dillon all the way coast to coast. Finds Alana Ellis on the right baseline, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line. So Alana Ellis will step up to the free throw line to shoot 2. As Beckley will dip into their bench after this first free throw attempt. Avalon Lynch will check in for Beckley. And Rachel Pritt will be in after the first free throw by Alana Ellis. Free throw is good.
5th point for Ellis. But, you know, University in the first half shot 65% from the floor. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, one thing, too, you can shoot a higher percentage, especially when you take good shots, and they did. It all came within the flow of their offense as Alana Ellis misses the second. She gets 1 of 2. And here's Stemple for University. 3 ball on its way. That's short, but the long rebound ran down by University. That's it. You know, if you get them to miss, Bill, which they haven't missed much, you got to get the rebound, right? There's a nice drive to the basket. Mazzell puts it up and in.
She is having quite a third quarter and double figures total.
Biggest lead of the game here at the 5-minute mark of the third, a 30-point advantage for University. Avalon Lynch with it. Alana Ellis looking for a cutter. Pritt in the low post, they double team her. Beckley will reset their offense. Lynch on the drive, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line. You know, you got to like the aggressive play. I mean, you know, you don't want to settle for the outside shot. Lynch able to put it on the deck, attack the basket, draw the foul, and get to the line. So 2 free throws coming for Lynch. And she's set. First free throw on its way is short.
Yeah, she's 0 for 3 for the afternoon from the line.
So second free throw for Lynch. Free throw on its way is good. She makes 1 of 2. Here's University. Fox in the front court. And here's a turnover. Lynch with the steal. Lynch going coast to coast. Lynch goes up, puts up the shot. It doesn't go, and Mazzell comes out of there with a rebound for University. Mazzell on the high dribble loses it into the hands of Abby Dillon. Abby Dillon spots up, 3 ball, long rebound, goes right back to Abby Dillon. She'll get the ball to Pritt. She'll dial up a 3, left it short. And University Mazzell comes out of there with it. Halfway point of the third quarter. 3 on its way, doesn't go. I didn't say that much in this game. And there's a foul on the play, and University's going to substitute, looks like, at least 4 new players. Well, they only got 9, so I guess they can't go 5 for 5, can they, Bill?
Well, we're talking about the incredible shooting for the Lady Hawks. Not only did they hit 65% from the floor overall in the first half, 67% from downtown. I mean, you're just going to win games when you shoot like that.
Yeah, Isabella Hall checks into the ball game for University. Let's see who else we got out there into the ball game. Byers into the game. Here's Maya Seister into the game for Beckley. Abby Dillon on the drive into the lane. Tries to get the ball down low to Pritt. It's knocked out of bounds. Also into the ball game will be Belco, right? Reese Belco. You just wrote Bell, and then I figured it out. I figured it out.
That's how that.
Yeah, I was able to read your writing and figure it out. Down low to Pritt. There's a foul.
That is pretty bad, I must admit.
Well, I guess we're at that point, right, of the game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, Bill went and got the lineup while I was doing the interview with Mike Green, and he wrote all this stuff down of who they played, and I said, I'm sure glad Bill came to explain it because I can't read any of it.
Well, and then the two, Maisel and Belco, we had to phonetically put that down, but only I could read those.
Well, Bill, I thought I had a visit to my doctor. I couldn't read that. Maybe I figured it out. Maybe the reason why doctors write, as people say, doctors write sloppy, messy, maybe because they don't want you to see what your real problem is. So you don't see it on paper, right? I mean, I don't know. Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, and there's a University foul. This is our entertainment portion of the broadcast.
I was just going to say, Maris, this is, when the game is out of control like this, that's when you start talking about doctor's handwriting.
Abby Dillon shoots a baseline shot. It won't go. Rebound to University. University on the move, and they turn it over. Here comes Beckley. Abby Dillon followed. 3-ball on its way. It's short. Battle for the loose ball. We got a held ball, and it'll go with Beckley. With 2:55 left in the third, and it's been University. And I tell you, Bill, like I said, this was close about a little more than halfway into the ball game. Beckley led 14-13, and from that point on, University just blitzed them.
They have not only the good shooting, but they've had the rebounding. You name it, they've done it right.
Of course,
University.
In all fairness, and this is not excuse, it's fact, Beckley playing without two starters. Josie Cross gets you 20 points a game. Donya Burton only gets you 12 a game. Would it have made a difference? I don't know. I think it would have definitely made the score closer, even if they would have won or not have won. I'm not saying that, but definitely you got to think, and I don't know what the issue is with the officials, but you take two starters out of any team, like University, they only got 9 players. If you were to take two starters off, they might be good, but obviously they won't be as good. Just like Beckley. Beckley would be as good of the girls they put out there, but not as good when you take two starters off, not playing today.
The refs are talking about one of them wants the blue can of Pepsi. The other one wants Diet Pepsi.
Which is silver can. The other one wants Pepsi Zero, which is a black can. As you can see the big Pepsi barrel over there.
That's what they're talking about.
But I'm not really sure. Well, how about you get one of each?
That'll work. I got my blue can right here.
I see you do.
I do.
And for ladies and gentlemen, for the people that don't know, Bill got a pair of Pepsi blue socks for Christmas.
I did.
How about that? Not sure what the situation is. One of the officials over there talking to the head Beckley coach, Brian Neighbors.
And then the other ref goes over to Coach Lusk.
I'm not sure what happened there. It was a held ball, and the arrow was in Beckley's favor. What we got?
So they couldn't get that fifth foul up in time. We've done half play with no interruption. So we got to give the girl the 2 shots and then we'll do point of interruption.
So did you get all that, Bill?
Yeah.
I got that. And, and here's the thing, and we said this in the college game, and this game right here is Zoe Williams gets to the free throw line. But if the scores table is Zoe Williams makes them both, if they don't warn the officials and let them know that there's 5 fouls because it's over the limit, the officials don't know because, you get 5 fouls and that when you get the 5th foul, then you shoot 2 free throws and then it starts all over the quarter. But the scoreboard, I guess, didn't work and they didn't get the 5 fouls up. So that's why they had to go back and change it. And Zoe Williams able to catch, shoot, and score. So that was a 4-point trip for Beckley and a 4-point trip for Zoe Williams.
She got 16 points. She's having a great game.
Yeah, she's played well. But, Bill, I said this earlier in our first broadcast, and we both said it sooner than later. If they don't get this scoreboard fixed, there's a 3-ball, which is good by Stemple.
That is her 5th long ball completion.
But they've got to get this. You got a brand new $30,000 scoreboard. you've got to be able to get it corrected. You've got to be able to run it as Beckley throws it away. You think that maybe there's some kind of training video or some kind of to train the personnel to do it. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we've had issues in every game that we've done since they got the new scoreboard.
And let me say that this crew working today is not the regular crew.
Your regular crew, you're talking about at the scores table or the officials?
Yeah.
At scores table.
Yeah. So they're not familiar with this scoreboard.
Well, even though whatever the regular crew is or whoever that is, they had issues even when they were working it. So I don't think it's a personnel problem. I think it's maybe the way this how these new things are, these new gadgets are. Sometimes if you're not trained on it, down the lane to the basket, lay it up, it doesn't go, but there's a Beckley foul. And I'm not saying that's the case. All I'm saying is this, and I won't say any more about it. Whatever the case is, they need to get it fixed.
Well, yeah. The other thing is somebody made the point to me. They said, maybe we just need like a 7th grader to work these because, these young kids now, they know how this stuff works.
Cox will get to the line for University. She misses the first at 2. Gunner checks in.
Cox is now 1 out of 3 for her 1 point. Well, University, just a good-looking team.
Second free throw on its way is good. 1 of 2 made. You're right, Bill. They are a good-looking team.
Yeah, I mean, belying their 4-3 record because they mostly played out-of-state schools.
Yeah, that will help prepare you for, the 4A battles when you get close to the end of February, into March. Here's Pritt for 3. Splash down, right down the chute for Pritt on the 3 ball.
Well, you could watch her line that up. It was beautiful.
And University turns it over. Rachel Pritt, the 5'8 sophomore, dials it up from downtown.
Well, the Lady Eagles know, Maris. They're going to have to hit threes if they want to get in this game.
Pritt tries it again and can't get it to go. The ball's turned over. Abby Dillon picks it up. Nowhere to go. And here's a turnover. Here's a shot put up by Cox, and she'll draw the foul and get back to the free throw line. Whitney Cox, 5'6 sophomore. University led 27-16 at the end of 1, 53-28 at the break. The lead 67-41 right now with 1:29 left in the third. Cox at the free throw line. First free throw is good.
Her 3rd point.
Coming up next at around 4:30, and I'm looking, it's 3:45 local time. 4:30 local time, a boys game, our final game of the day, as that free throw is made by Cox, will be a boys game between Shady Spring Tigers, the defending Class AAA champions, and they'll take on Summit Christian. Here's a steal by Cox for University. Baseball pass ahead of the field. Good hustle by both Beckley and University. Stemple for 3. Kaboom, right down the chute.
She has 6 threes.
And the biggest lead of the game right here. Final minute of the third. Here's Abby Dillon with it. On the drive, little floater. It's blocked into the hands of Zoe Williams. Her shot won't go, stays with it, and draws the foul and gets to the line. You're right, Bill. You said earlier, which is true, Zoe Williams has had a really good afternoon. But Beckley has really had a hard time trying to slow down this University team.
She's got 16, looking for 17 right here, and there it is.
Yeah, a little over her average. She comes into today averaging 14 a game, and now you said she has 17.
She's 4 out of 4 foul shooting.
And you jinxed her again.
Zapped her again. Sorry, Zoe.
Yep. Here's a steal by Abby Dillon. Up and under, reverse layup. Good. Nice play by Abby Dillon.
Pretty. Good hustle.
And that's the one thing, if you're Beckley, just forget to score and just go out there and play and hustle and try to get stops and try to somehow work your way back into it. There's a tough drive. Good defensive play by Abby Dillon, but somehow, some way, Stemple gets the rebound of her missed shot, throws it up and draws the foul. She's got a big grin on. She's like, how did I do that? Hey, when it's going right, it's going right, correct?
Absolutely. Stemple went 4 for 4 from downtown in the first half.
As the first free throw by Stemple is good.
And, I mean, she's just been great. That's 3 for 3 foul shooting. She just is a pure shooter.
And with 20 seconds left in the third, we got a full timeout. We'll take it with and be right back here on Video Productions.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television.
Talking about Hannah Stemple for University. She's got 25 points, looking for more at the line where she's 3 out of 3 and just had a terrific game. The Hawks have been just great.
Bill, that's why they called that timeout, because on that last free throw, she just went over 1,000 points in her career. Now with that free throw made, 1,001.
You can tell she is the real deal. Stemple.
Final 15 seconds of the third quarter. Zoe Williams has been Beckley's offensive bright spot here, and they haven't had much to really cheer about. And will they get a shot off University before the horn? They do not. They turn it over. Pritt will shoot it from half court. It won't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's all University. They lead Beckley 74-44. Back with the fourth quarter. After this, you're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 New River Ctc Invitational here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
And we welcome you back to Beckley as we're going to the fourth quarter as University leads Beckley 74-44. Bill, I got to tell you something that's going to make you laugh and going to make you say, yeah, you got this. You know, we were talking about your handwriting and talk about how messy it is. I got a text.
Messy what?
Well, wait a minute. Let me finish before you get on me on this. I got a text from a very smart individual, and she tells me that messy handwriting is a sign of genius. I will let you read the text as there's a shot is good by Fox to open up the fourth quarter. I kid you not, as I'm showing Bill O'Brien the text now.
That is so much BS.
Well, I don't know about that, because if this young lady says that's the case, then I would take her word for actually that's a 2, not a 3. I beg your pardon. I may have said it was a 3. But anyway, we appreciate the audience in the warmth of their home or wherever they may be watching the game here on Video Productions this afternoon.
Absolutely.
So, Bill, I knew it would make you laugh. There's a Hazelwood 15-footer, no good. Zoe Williams with the rebounds, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
They're trying to save my writing, but there's no saving it.
Well,
it's
you know,
awful.
in calling you genius, I guess that could be like Wile E. Coyote, because I watch cartoons. He's a genius, right?
Yeah.
He has a business card that says Wile E. Coyote, genius. Zoe Williams dials up a 3. It doesn't go. Alana Ellis with the rebound, put back, and it doesn't go, but she draws the foul. That's a nice play by Alana Ellis. She got the rebound, a good hard dribble to reestablish herself, go up and draw the foul.
Yeah, she got pushed, and so she'll get 2 shots. She's made 1 out of 2 so far at the line and 5 total points.
So I guess, you know, Bill, you've seen my handwriting, and it's pretty bad, too. Does that make me a genius as well?
Well, you're a semi-genius. You're not as bad as mine, that's for sure.
A semi-genius.
That's right, semi.
I'm not sure I know what that means. Oh, well, Lon Ellis misses the first of 2. Second free throw on its way. She missed them both. And here's University Mazzell with the rebound. Been a tough afternoon for the Lady Flying Eagles. It looked like here in the next 7 minutes they're on their way to lose their second game of the year.
And, the Lady Hawks, they had a long trip from Morgantown. I asked their coach how the roads were. He said they were fine. And they're, of course, staying the night. Then they play tomorrow. There's a basket.
Well, how you like that? That ball was shot short by Simpson, and it got the roll. That's what you call, I guess, living well, Bill, when you get, we said we had that three-point bank shot that went in for University, that shot right there that just kind of skimmed across the rim and went in. Abby Dillon for three. It won't go. Rebound, Gunner inside, puts the short shot up and scores. And a timeout by Beckley. So timeout on the floor with 6:25 remaining in the game. It's all University, 78-46. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
And we welcome you back to the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center with Bill O'Brien. I'm Maris Lowry. Jackie Moon on camera. Kate Burgess doing a fantastic job producing and directing. Butch Mounts, the executive producer and director of video productions, is here. As we play the final 6:20 of this game, University in complete control, Bill, leading 78-46.
They've scored more than 20 in each quarter.
Beckley back in his zone. Here's a baseline shot for University, and they get the roll. Like I said, everything going right for University as Johnson knocks it down from the far baseline.
Gee,
2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Got one more game here this afternoon, or into the evening. I guess you call it twilight, right, Bill? Because it's going to tip about 4:45.
Well, we haven't seen the sun in a while.
Well, when they say here's Lon Ellis into the lane scores, well, I guess in baseball, anything that starts before 5 o'clock is called twilight. Is that correct?
That's what they used to do, those twilight night doubleheader.
Yeah, and got to be old as you and I to remember that.
Yeah, well, at least me.
Well, me too. I remember it back in my day. Here's a three ball from the far corner. Doesn't go, but an offensive rebound. And here's a turnover. Gunner picks up a dribble, finds Hazelwood. Hazelwood to the foul line, 15-footer off. And the rebound comes out to Isabel Hall.
One of the few uncontested shots that the Lady Eagles have had.
And there's a Beckley foul. Good hustle that time by Lexi Simpson. And Simpson will step up to the line and shoot two.
She had a really big first half of play, scored 13. She's not had much here in the second half, but she hasn't had to. This will be her first trip to the foul line today.
And you know the thing about it, you look at, and I don't know if this is the full roster for University. This is what they brought on this trip, so maybe it is the first free throw's good. But when you only got 9 girls, you figure they're going to play them all, and, you know, everybody knows their roles. The second free throw's good. And
Simpson's got 17.
Yeah, Coach Lusk has done a really good job with his University team.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. His fourth year.
Here's Alana Ellis with it. Zoe Williams has had a fine game for Beckley, 15-footer. That's off. And the rebound comes down to Johnson for University. Beckley will be back in action at home on Tuesdays. There's a three ball, which is good by Fox.
You know, and Maris, that's, you know, everything's going right. I mean, she didn't have anybody to throw it to, so I'll just try one from 22, and bang, there it went.
Yeah, Beckley has already beaten Oak Hill. They beat them on the 21st of December. They'll play Oak Hill again on Tuesday night. Back the other way is University. A short shot down low is up and in by Simpson.
19.
You know, Bill, we've got 4 minutes left, and you asked me during the break, did I think, as Fox gets the steal, and she goes in and lays it up and in. as Beckley calls the timeout, did I think University would hit the century mark? And I said no, but with 4:01 left and they got 89, I can most definitely be wrong about that. Got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:01 left in the game. It's all University. They lead Beckley in this girls' game 89-48 here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. With Bill O'Brien, I'm Maris Lowry. Jackie Moon on camera. Cade Burgess producing and directing. Bill, the final 4 minutes of this one. And University, after that big first quarter, they have just been able to run away and hide from Beckley. But in all fairness, I don't know. We'll never know what would have happened if both Josie Cross and Donya Burton been able to play. I got to believe that it wouldn't be as lopsided as it has been. And that's not taking anything away from University as Abby Dillon scores on the baseline, because University is very good. But you got to think, you're talking about taking 30-plus points out of the lineup, 20 points for Josie Cross and usually 12 for Burton. You're taking 32 points out of the lineup.
Yeah, that's a lot to overcome. But, the Hawks have just not missed.
Shiloh Mack shoots the ball a little short, and Zoe Williams able to finish. Zoe Williams has had a big game for the Lady Flying Eagles.
19.
Yeah, she came in averaging 14 and now up to 19, as Bill told you. But no matter, and I think you'd agree with this, Bill, and I think Coach Brian Neighbors would agree with this, no matter who Beckley puts out on the floor, they're going to have to play better defense, because there have been a lot of open looks. And yes, University has shot it well, but when you're not contested, like right there, open look for three, got it.
Wow.
I mean, that's like a shoot around. You're open, and being able to knock that three down is Cox.
Nothing but net. Her first bucket.
Well, there's 92 with 2:40 to go. I wonder if this scoreboard, it doesn't look like it could go to 3 digits.
That'll completely blow it. The whole thing will go kaboom.
Here's Shiloh Mack with it. Abby Dillon spins, splits the defenders, and lays it up and in.
She's got 13. She's had a really strong second half.
She entered the ball game averaging right at 13, so she's right there, right at her average. University just throwing the ball around.
Looking over at her proud dad, Eric Dillon.
Yeah, he's sitting a couple seats down from me.
Yeah, he's such a good guy.
Here's a 3 ball, by the way. He's one of 2 assistant superintendents of Raleigh County.
And of Assistant Boys Woodrow
basketball coach. Of course, the other superintendent happens to be assistant superintendent. Bill happens to be my sister-in-law, which I think you knew that. 3 ball by Shiloh Mack is good.
Nice. Only the 4th long ball completed by Beckley.
Once again, there's an open look inside the 3-point line, in and out. Even though it didn't go, still uncontested.
Yeah.
Zoe Williams stops, pops, and needs a roll, won't get it. And Stemple with the rebound. Coming up on the final minute of this one. Beautiful pass down low for the easy layup. Able to catch, shoot, and score is Bellico. And we got a rolling timeout. Well, Bill, University's going to go to 5-3 after this big victory. They will play tomorrow, and they'll play the Wyoming East Lady Warriors, and that's the first game. We're not sure if that's going to tip at 11:15 or at 1 o'clock. I would imagine just check on Facebook I don't know if you could call it, I guess, the Armory box office. I don't have that number in front of me. But I guess if you're not sure what they're going to do, nice drive to the basket. That's a little strong that time by Avalon Lynch.
I would say it's going to be a 1 o'clock deal.
I would guess. I was during the interview, not that Mike Green would ever listen to me, but I was leaning, trying to push him in that direction. Let's start at 1 o'clock. Some of us need our cartoons tomorrow, Bill.
I just need the extra sleep. That'll be my game, the first
Well, yeah,
game.
actually, I need the extra sleep, too. I didn't sleep a wink last night. I was too excited. There's a Beckley foul.
And you said you watched the replay of the game, is that right?
Yeah, because I couldn't sleep. I watched the replay of the Notre Dame-Penn State game because I couldn't sleep.
How did it finish?
You know what? I was just as excited at 6 a.m. when the kick was good at 6 a.m. because it started at 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. And I was just as excited at 6 a.m. as I was when it happened in real time, which was, I don't know, around 11 o'clock or shortly thereafter last night as the free throws good.
Maris, you ain't right.
Well, you know what, Bill? I've been told that many times over the last 40-plus years. I ain't right.
All right, young Cox has been to the line 6 times, making 4 of them. 7 points.
Second free throw is no good. 1 of 2. Shiloh Mack clears the rebound. Final 25 seconds of this one. We'll have a quick wrap-up, and then we'll be on. I think that is that a 4:30 schedule time for the next game?
Yeah.
So we're going to have probably about 10 minutes in between, maybe something like that.
Sounds good. Well, you can get a bite to eat from
Yep.
Chick-fil-A.
Final 5 seconds of this one. Beckley will have it under their own basket. University will go to 5-3. Beckley will go to 5-2. And if you're Beckley, you want to be able to get Josie Cross back and Donya Burton back as soon as possible. Beckley turns it over. Final score, University 95 and Beckley 57. We'll take a quick break, come back, have a quick wrap-up show as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic. Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
Let him ask you how you make this hard, dirty, wet, freezing, sweltering, exhilarating job look so easy. While they're wondering, you'll be doing. Because you can. Because it's there to be done. Because you have the will and the way. We are Bobcat.
Welcome back to Beckley. Final score in this girls' game, University of Morgantown defeat the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley 95-57. University is 5-3 on the season. Beckley falls to 5-2. It was 27-16 at the end of the quarter, 53-28 at the break. University, 74-44 University after 3. And they win the ball game at 95-57. We're waiting on the official stats, but Bill, you've got stats, and I guess we really don't have time to wait, so we'll let you give what you have.
Let's do it. These are unofficial. University, by the way, scored more than 20 points in each quarter, 27, 26, 21, and 21 to get to 95 today. And here's the way they go. 4 of their 5 starters hit double figures, led by Stemple with 26 points, including 6 3-pointers. 26 points for Stemple, leading the way. Simpson had 19. Fox scored 13. Maisel had 11. Johnson with 9. Cox had 8. Belko scored 5 points, and Hall had 2 points. For the Beckley Flying Eagles, Zoe Williams with a nice game, 19 points, including 10 of those in the first quarter when the Flying Eagles were close. 19 for Zoe Williams, leading the way. Abby Dillon scored 13. The rest of the scoring, Ellis had 7, Gunter with 6, Pritt with 5, Hazelwood 3, Mack 3, and Lynch scored 1 point. That's it. Woodrow now 5-2. University is 5-3.
All right, that'll wrap up this broadcast. We are scheduled to tip. Is at 4:30 or 4:45?
At 4:30.
4:30. So we'll be back on at 4:20. Well, they got 20 minutes on the clock. When that goes down to 10 is when we'll be back. How you like that? So for our audience out there, that's probably about 10 or 12 minutes. So once again, the final score is University wins the girls' game. They beat Beckley 95-57. For Bill O'Brien, I'm Maris Lowry. Talk to you in about 10 minutes or so here on Video Production.